Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter, tragically passed away while filming Ocean's Deadliest, a documentary exploring the world's most dangerous marine animals. While snorkeling in the waters of the Great Barrier Reef, Irwin encountered an 8-foot stingray. As he swam closely behind the animal, which typically avoids human contact, the stingray suddenly whipped its tail upward in defense, striking Irwin with a powerful barb directly into his chest. The stingray's barb pierced Irwin's heart, causing a fatal injury. Although his crew immediately pulled him from the water and attempted CPR, their efforts were sadly unsuccessful. The incident was captured on film as cameras were rolling for the documentary, though the footage was never publicly released out of respect for his family and legacy. Irwin's sudden passing at the age of 44 shocked fans around the world, who knew him for his larger-than-life personality and unwavering commitment to wildlife conservation. Karl Wallenda. On March 22, 1978, Karl Wallenda, the legendary high-wire artist, met a tragic end while performing one of his most daring stunts: a tightrope walk between the towers of the Condado Plaza Hotel in San Juan, Puerto Rico. At 73 years old, Wallenda was still pushing the limits of his art, embodying the thrill and danger that had defined his career. Known for his incredible balance, skill, and fearless approach to high-wire acts, Wallenda had captivated audiences for decades with his breathtaking stunts. On that fateful day, strong winds buffeted the wire as Wallenda carefully made his way across. Suddenly, he lost his balance and tragically fell to his death, a moment captured on camera. Though not broadcast live, the footage later circulated, bringing a somber reality to his legendary status. Wallenda's passing marked a heartbreaking moment in the world of circus arts, as he had become a symbol of extraordinary bravery and dedication to his craft. His death underscored the immense risks he undertook in every performance, and ended the career of a man who had lived his life on the edge. Pedro Henrique. On March 12, 2023, Pedro Henrique, a celebrated Brazilian guitarist known for his electrifying stage presence and exceptional skill, tragically passed away during a live performance at a music festival in São Paulo. Henrique, only 39 years old, was in the midst of an energetic set when he suddenly collapsed on stage, stunning the audience. Known for his work with prominent bands and a successful solo career, Henrique had built a reputation as one of Brazil's finest guitarists, captivating fans with his passionate, soulful playing. Emergency personnel rushed him to a nearby hospital, but he was sadly pronounced dead upon arrival. The cause was later determined to be a heart attack, a devastating shock to fans, friends, and fellow musicians who knew him for his dynamic performances and love for music. Valencia Prime. Valencia Prime, a 25-year-old transgender woman and prominent Philadelphia drag performer, tragically passed away on September 12, 2022, after collapsing on stage during a performance at Taboo Lounge and Sports Bar. Known as Philadelphia's plus-size dancing diva, Prime was hosting her live showcase, Primetime, when she suddenly became unresponsive. Despite immediate medical attention, she was pronounced dead at Jefferson Hospital. The Philadelphia Medical Examiner's Office later determined the cause of death to be atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease, classifying it as natural causes. Prime's untimely passing sent shockwaves through the local LGBTQ+ community and beyond. Tributes poured in from friends, fellow performers, and fans who remembered her as a vibrant and positive force in the performance community. Taboo Lounge expressed their sorrow, stating, "Today we mourn the loss of a very bright and rising star. We say goodbye to Valencia Prime, but we will not forget the light you brought to the stage." Colonel Bruce Hampton. On May 1, 2017, Colonel Bruce Hampton, a revered musician and pioneer in the jam band scene, passed away during a live performance in Atlanta. The concert, a star-studded 70th birthday celebration, featured Hampton performing with notable musicians from his extensive career, including members of his bands, the Hampton Grease Band and Aquarium Rescue Unit. During a high-energy jam session, Hampton collapsed on stage, seemingly resting his arm on a speaker. At first, both the audience and his fellow musicians thought it was part of his theatrical style, known for blending humor and unpredictable antics into his performances. However, as the moments passed, concern grew as it became apparent that Hampton was in serious distress. Medical personnel quickly arrived and rushed him to the hospital, where he was sadly pronounced dead later that evening. Hampton's passing marked a profound loss for the music world, especially within the jam band and improvisational music community. Barbara Weldens. Barbara Weldens, a talented French singer-songwriter, tragically passed away on July 19, 2017, during a live performance at the Léo Ferré Festival in Gourdon, France. Known for her captivating voice and artistic expression, she had recently released her debut album and was gaining recognition in the music world. During her performance, Weldens, who often performed barefoot, accidentally stepped on faulty electrical equipment. This resulted in a fatal electric shock, causing her to collapse on stage. Despite immediate efforts to save her, Weldens was pronounced dead at the scene, leaving fans and the music community in shock. She was only 35 years old, and her untimely death cut short a promising career. Juan Jamelon. On November 5, 2023, Filipino radio broadcaster Juan Johnny Walker Jumalon was tragically killed during a live broadcast. Juan Jumalon, a beloved personality known for his lighthearted broadcasts on 94.7 Gold Mega Calamba FM, was not involved in controversial reporting. His program focused on spreading good vibes and jokes. The attack occurred early in the morning at Jumalon's home in Calamba, Misamis Occidental. Two men arrived under the pretense of making an announcement about lost belongings. One assailant held a staff member at gunpoint, while the other entered the radio booth and shot Jumalon twice. The gunman then stole a necklace and fled with a third accomplice on a motorcycle. The entire incident was caught on a Facebook live stream and CCTV. Sib Hashian. Sib Hashian, renowned as the drummer for the iconic rock band Boston, tragically passed away on March 22, 2017, while performing on a cruise ship. Hashian, born on August 17, 1949, was 67 years old at the time of his death. He had been a key member of Boston, contributing to the band's signature sound with his powerful drumming on albums like their self-titled debut and Don't Look Back. On the day of his death, Hashian was performing aboard a Legends of Rock cruise, a themed cruise featuring classic rock acts. During the performance, Hashian suddenly collapsed on stage. The cruise ship was sailing off the coast of the United States, and despite immediate medical attention and attempts to revive him, he was pronounced dead. Reports indicated that Hashian had been battling kidney cancer in the months leading up to his death. This diagnosis, coupled with his passing while performing, was a significant blow to fans in the rock community. The incident occurred during a live performance on the cruise, but it remains unclear if the performance was being broadcast or recorded for public consumption at the time. Dick Shawn. Dick Shawn, a well-known comedian and actor, died unexpectedly while performing on stage. On April 17, 1987, Shawn was performing a comedy routine at the University of California, San Diego, when he suddenly collapsed. At first, the audience thought it was part of the act, but it soon became clear that something was seriously wrong. Shawn suffered a heart attack and was pronounced dead shortly after being rushed to the hospital. He was 63 years old. Shawn was famous for his roles in films like It's a Mad, 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 Mad World and The Producers, and his sudden death during a live performance was a shock to many. Lillian Harden Armstrong. Lillian Hardin Armstrong was an American jazz pianist, composer, arranger, singer, and bandleader. She was born on February 3, 1898, in Memphis, Tennessee, and was the second wife of Louis Armstrong. Known for her performances with jazz bands and her collaborations with notable musicians such as Earl Hines, Armstrong had a significant impact on the jazz scene. After Louis Armstrong's death on July 6, 1971, Armstrong traveled to New York for his funeral and rode in the family car. Following the funeral, she returned to Chicago with plans to continue working on her autobiography. However, on August 27, 1971, while performing at a televised memorial concert for Armstrong, she collapsed at the piano and died from a heart attack on the way to the hospital. She was 73 years old. KK. Indian singer KK, whose full name was Krishna Kumar Kunath, passed away on May 31, 2022. KK was a celebrated playback singer in the Indian film industry, known for his versatile voice and memorable contributions to Bollywood music. Born on August 23, 1968, in Delhi, KK began his career as a singer in the 1990s and quickly gained recognition for his soulful and emotive voice. He recorded songs in various Indian languages, including Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, and Bengali. Some of his most popular tracks include Tadup Tadup from Hum Dil De Chukai Sanam, Pyar Ke Paal from Hate Story, and Kya Kehna from Kya Kehna. KK's death occurred during a live performance in Kolkata. He was performing at a concert at the Nazrul Mancha Auditorium when he suddenly collapsed. Despite being rushed to a nearby hospital, he was pronounced dead on arrival. The cause of his death was reported as a cardiac arrest. KK was 54 years old at the time of his passing. His untimely death shocked the Indian music industry and his fans, leaving a significant void in the world of playback singing. Zoltan. Hungarian music star Zoltan dies during Swedish live TV show. He was performing for a video recording when he had a sudden heart attack and collapsed in front of camera. Many German and Hungarian newspapers then questioned his natural death and considered it a planned murder. Kosta Tich. South African rapper and dancer Kosta Tich, whose real name was Konstantinos Sobanoglu, tragically died on March 11, 2023, during his performance at the Ultra South Africa Music Festival in Johannesburg. While on stage, he collapsed twice, with the second collapse proving fatal. Despite quick medical attention, Kosta Tich was pronounced dead shortly after the incident. The exact cause of his death remains unconfirmed, with speculations about a possible seizure. Papa Wemba. The legendary Congolese musician known for pioneering soukous music, Papa Wemba died on April 24, 2016, during a performance at the Femua Music Festival in Abidjan, Ivory Coast. He collapsed on stage, and despite immediate efforts to revive him, he was pronounced dead shortly after. Papa Wemba's music career spanned decades and influenced generations, blending traditional African rhythms with modern sounds. Goodbye to Gravity. Goodbye to Gravity, a Romanian metal band, faced a tragic disaster on October 30, 2015, during their album release concert at Collective Nightclub in Bucharest. A pyrotechnics display ignited the club's soundproofing foam, causing a devastating fire. The blaze spread rapidly, leading to a stampede as attendees tried to escape. Sadly, 64 people lost their lives, including 4 band members: Vlad Tilea, Mihai Alexandru, Bogdan Inache, and Alex Pascu. The incident led to national mourning and sparked significant protests over corruption and lax safety regulations in Romania. Irma Boulevard. The popular Indonesian dangdut singer, known for her daring performances with cobras in her neck, was tragically died on April 4, 2016. During a live performance in Karawang, West Java, Irma was bitten by a king cobra snake that she used as a prop on stage. Despite initially refusing treatment, believing the venom had no effect, she later collapsed and was rushed to the hospital where she was pronounced dead. Tiny Tim. Another person who died while performing was the American singer famous for his unique falsetto voice and ukulele performances. His name was Tiny Tim. He gained fame with his hit Tiptoe Through the Tulips in the 1960s. On November 30th, 1996, while performing at a gala benefit in Minneapolis, Tiny Tim suffered a heart attack on stage. He was rushed to the hospital but was pronounced dead shortly after. Christina Grimmie. She was a talented singer and former contestant on The Voice, that tragically died on June 10, 2016. After a concert in Orlando, Florida, she was signing autographs for fans when a gunman approached and shot her. Despite immediate medical attention, Christina succumbed to her injuries. The assailant, who was tackled by her brother, then took his own life. Christina Grimmie was just 22 years old. Dimebag Darrell. Legendary guitarist for Pantera and Damageplan, was tragically killed on December 8, 2004. During a Damageplan concert in Columbus, Ohio, a gunman rushed the stage and shot Darrell multiple times, killing him instantly. 3 others were also killed before the shooter was taken down by a police officer. Darrell, known for his influential guitar work and energetic performances, was 38 years old. Owen Hart. On May 23, 1999, during a WWE pay-per-view event called Over the Edge, saw a tragic incident. Owen was performing a stunt where he was supposed to descend into the ring from the rafters using a harness and grapple line. However, something went wrong during the stunt, causing Hart to fall approximately 78 feet and land in the ring. Despite immediate medical attention, Owen Hart succumbed to his injuries. WWE never released the official video of his falling. On October 11, 1991, Redd Foxx, the beloved comedian famous for his role in the television series Sanford and Son, collapsed on the set of the television show The Royal Family while rehearsing a scene. Foxx was rushed to the hospital but was pronounced dead shortly after arrival. His death was attributed to a heart attack, which he suffered at the age of 68. Dawn Brunschot. She was an experienced trainer at SeaWorld Orlando. During a routine interaction with an orca named Tilikum, the whale unexpectedly grabbed her and dragged her underwater. Despite efforts to rescue her, Brunschot succumbed to her injuries.